Good morning. Today we will discuss the lesson for Epics and Hero Tales. Reporter Shirley Mayti Lahanilaw, PSED English Second Year. In addition to the story of gods and goddesses and lesser divinities or demigods, there are also tales of human heroes. Some of these heroes accumulated so many stories about their names that the collection of these tales makes an epic. The word epic comes from the Greek word epos, meaning a saying or a song. Now the word epic is a form of a narrative wherein tragedy, comedy, lyric, dirge, and idyll are skillfully blended to form an immortal work. Epic is came from the human tales, human heroes. It taken from their names. For example, the main character is named Lamang. His epic is Byagni Lamang. And when we say epic, it means saying or a song. And some epic is form of narrative that have a genre of tragedy, comedy, idyll, or dirge. Next is epics are sometimes written in a verse like the Iliad or the Sigurd Saga, and sometimes in prose as Mallory Morte di Arthur. The Epic of Iliad tells about the epic poem by ancient Greek poet by Homer, which recounts of some significant events of the final weeks of Trojan War and the Greek siege of the city in Troy. Sigurd Saga is an epic poem over 10,000 lives by William Morris that tells the tragic story drawn from the Volsunga Saga and the Elder Edda and of the Norse hero Simon, his son Sigurd. Morte d'Arthur or Le Morte d'Arthur is a 15th century Middle English prose reworking by Sir Thomas Malory of tales about the legendary King Arthur, Guinevere, Lancelot, and Merlin, and the Knights of the Round Table. The epic is strongly national in its presentation of human character. Odysseus may not have lived at all, but he is embodiment of the Greek ideals of mainly courage, wisdom, beauty, and endurance. Sigurd is the personification of Norse heroism. King Arthur is the model of chivalry. Robin Hood, the personification of the English love of freedom and justice, the ideal of hardy and jovial English manhood. The moral code of a nation and era and its heroic ideals are revealed in the study of the epic hero of a nation. Not all epics are suitable for children. Some epics give children an unforgettable literary and emotional experience. They are suitable for older children and for the intermediate grades. It means not all epics are suitable to children because there are some epic that have brutal scenes or scenario that affects their mind and feelings. Maybe they imitate it or applied it, so it is too scary to present it to a child. The older children or intermediate grades are only allowed to read and watch it. There is a little preaching in epic, but they give a child something to grow on ideals of conduct in human form. Many of the epics takes too much time. They tell of hardship and exploits of the hero day after day. His adventures show his tireless attempts that shows his greatness, his courage and the triumph over the difficulties, all the add to the memorable experience and value to children. Some epics have an impact to the child's grow as a human. They inspire them to be a better one, like to be strong, to be brave, and that's we need to be a better person. Some epics designs to have a too much time allotment because they explain the hardship and the important details of the hero. It shows how the hero deals with it, how the hero should encounter it, and how she or he overcome it. And lastly, it gives a moral lesson to the children. Next is classification of hero tales according to the nationality. In American, we have How Tony Beaver Built the Candy Come Fall, Paul Bunyan's Flapjack Riddle, Joe Maragkag Man of Steel, Kwasind Hercules of the American Indians, Pecos Bill, Buffalo Bill. In English, we have Beowulf, King Arthur and the Robin Hood, Saint George and the Dragon. In France, we have Roland. In Greek, we have the story of Odysseus, Pandora, the winged horse, beginning of Atalanta. In Irish, we have the Finn MacColl and the giant. Next is Oisin in the land of the youth. In Norse, we have Heroes of Asgard, Sigurd the Volsung, and the Making of the Hammer. In Swiss, we have William Tell. In India, we have Rama. In Spain, we have the El Cid by Rodrigo Diaz de Wevar. Now, we have the characteristic of hero tales. Number 1, hero tales are historical, biographical, mythical, and legendary stories of heroes. Second, they possess the good quality of good adventure which children like directness of action, singleness of motive, simplicity of language, and vigor in style. Children likes more action to not become boring. Children also want to motivate them and they understand if it used as a simple language and make it more interesting to catch their attentions. Number 3, the heroes presents ideals of life and conduct worthy of emulation. Sometimes the hero shows the life situations. Next is the exploits and deeds of heroes are worth shipping. Number 5, the heroes succeed because of their ingenuity, valor, perseverance, and other virtues. Number 6, the styles in which the story is told is serious, dignified, and there is objectivity. In a story or epic, you need to have different types of emotions and scene. To do not focus only in one mood because it became boring. Next is the values of the hero tales. Number 1, development in the child, good moral character. The more they understand the lesson or moral lesson, the children inspire themselves to be a better one. Next, enlarge the child's vocabulary. The hero tales also enhance the skills of a child to have a new vocabulary. When they read a new word and understand the meaning of this, they learn a new vocabulary. Number 3, develop the imagination. Number 4, give good background to interpret later reading with the allusions to the classic. That ends my report and thank you for your listening.